No, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, 'cause you're not worth my tears. Can't do it, child. Mama Joyce went down here to the lawyer's office to get some info on divorces in Georgia, honey. And she was dressed incognito, had on shades, wrapped up in her good scarf and her white, going to see Mr. Randy Kessler. And he was looking at her like this shit cannot be real, okay? I'm here to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 9, Episode 6. Taste like trouble. And when I tell you there was trouble going on down here with these here Georgia peaches, honey, well, let's talk about it. In addition, at the end of this video, we will also discuss Mariah's world. Okay? Okay, Butterfly Divas in the house. We open up with learning the truth about Drama's visit to Phaedra's office. We learn that in fact there was no bomb threat. Homeland Security has been briefed, so has the FBI. Phaedra lives to tell, all is well. Turns out he was using that slang, that vernacular. I got some bomb ass tapes up in here, so I want to see Phaedra so she can check out my bomb ass music. Y'all, when they showed Drama, I was like, oh, he looked like he had a hard life. Prison was not kind to him, was it? Alex Rogers, one of my favorite YouTube bloggers, said, wait a minute. First of all, he said, Drama walked out of jail, but his teeth been homeless. I said, damn, they ain't have Obamacare in the prison. Okay, I'm gonna get myself together. I'm gonna get myself together. Okay, wait a minute. But I could not stop laughing because Alex Rogers said his teeth were homeless. I was like, child, didn't nobody send that baby no care package, no hygiene packages while he was in prison. But needless to say is that he went to the wrong law office. Apparently where Phaedra's office is, it's a bit conservative. He went into a much more conservative law firm's office and said he had some bomb-ass mixtapes. And there goes the story. So Phaedra does have a meeting with her staff. And they had this group of called 10,000, I think it's 10,000 Black Men, which is created out of the Nation of Islam as a bodyguard unit. And I remember that Farrakhan had offered those guards at the time when Beyonce was having her controversy with the people of this country saying that she was unpatriotic, and when she paid homage to the Black Panthers, which I thought was a bunch of bullshit, but oh well. I was like, y'all don't leave my diva alone. But let's just get these basic stories out of the way. Cynthia and Peter, she thought her divorce was going very well. She goes over to Kenya Moore's house, aka Castle Grayskull in the woods. It's not good for Miss Kenya, y'all. Her and Matt just this dysfunctional relationship, and she coming with receipts these days, honey, to prove that she's not the crazy woman she is. I said, can we find Walter and interview him? Because Walter can tell us better than anything. This heifer crazy. So when Cynthia comes in, she's like, oh, girl, I see you. They got rid of the IKEA furniture. I was like, did she really have IKEA furniture in there? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with IKEA furniture. But I was like, I wouldn't think that Kenya Moore would have IKEA furniture in her luxury house in the woods where Jason dwells. So, of course, Kenya had to start talking about Phaedra's plight to my girl. You heard one of her clients. Oh my God, he came down there and he said he was going to blow her up. I guess he wasn't happy with her services. I was like, and I guess Matt will stop kicking in your glass garage doors when you get some right good sense now, don't we? I don't know why they be coming for Phaedra. Yeah. Cynthia's upset about Peter's appearance on the Wendell Super Stretch Williams show. Apparently, if y'all were watching this summer, there was a segment with Peter Thomas on there, and he was talking about he was blindsided by a divorce. Cynthia says she was surprised by this. She thought that this divorce would be amicable. I guess it's not going as amicably as she anticipated. Kenya crying about Matt. And Cynthia was like, you got to make a decision. You a strong woman. You need you a strong man. Trust me, I know, because I need me a strong man too. That's why Peter and I didn't work out. And in my mind, I was thinking, no, he was the strong arm, because he was going down there to the bank branches in Atlanta demanding to know your bank balances. So I heard on the streets, in the word of Mama Joyce. So Cynthia does go down to a lawyer's office to discuss divorce, although I really wasn't paying attention. I kind of fast forwarded through that part. I was like, whatever. If Todd don't get information and get this damn restaurant together, Mama Candy, Moneybags, is going to go upside his head, okay? Because basically she came in there and she was like, I did not come to play. You better have some good news for me today about this restaurant, Todd. I got this liquor license that needs to be completed within 45 days. Todd's like, you know, yeah, I got it. I plan to have it done in 30 days. He's like, well, you know, I had this general contractor and it just wasn't working out. So why don't you hire another general contractor? Because you don't know anything about construction. Just like one of my friends warned, she said one of the number one problems with this whole situation is the fact that a lot of people don't realize when you go into the restaurant business, there are a lot of hurdles to overcome. You've got to get all these certifications and permits, and you got to have inspections and clearances. And I really don't think that they realized the endeavor that they were taking over. And I can't recall if Candy and Todd actually purchased this property and just rehabbed it. And I'm thinking if it's in a blighted area, y'all should be getting some sort of financial assistance from it too. If it's part of a gentrification process or something. I don't know where it is. People in Atlanta, comment down below. Let me know where this old lady gang restaurant is. Let's see. Portia is ready to move out of her leased house because she said her credit score was down the tubes when she got with Cordell. Because it sounds to me like she went straight from her mom's house to Cordell's house, back to her mama's house, back to a rental, and now she's trying to buy a property because her credit score is almost at 800. All right. Portia, baby, don't try to do math on TV at any given time, okay? Just don't try to do math. I struggle with math too. But I do know that 45 days is more than 3 weeks, okay? It's more 30 days in a month on average. That's 4 weeks, okay? You got 15 more, so that's about a month and a half, okay, baby? Don't try to do math again on TV. That was embarrassing. I love you, Portia. So her lease is up in 45 days. She says that she wants to move out of this house and into a house. I was like, girl, that's aggressive because in Atlanta, I'm sure properties are getting snatched up like candy bars out of a damn piñata. She said, well, the reason why I want to buy a house is because I want to start a family. And I was just like, oh, God. And then her mama like, do you have a man? By the way, y'all, I don't care what nobody say. Portia mama, she can give some of us a run for our money. Okay, that woman look good. Now, I wouldn't be going around wearing tights, showing off my camel toe on the regular unless I'm going to the gym. But okay. Lauren came over too with boxes to help move. And so they learned that Portia is I guess now officially dating Todd. They were like, oh, okay, who is that? She's talking about I was dating him while I was dating Cal. Who the hell is Cal? Okay, girl, go ahead, player. But we know that Miss Portia, she gives the look of I get around, but I ain't got to sleep with you. Okay, people be thinking, oh, she a thought. But no, she ain't no thought. She just like, I keep my cookie to myself. I'm not a Kardashian. Okay. But when she said, you know, a lease can end, a man can kick you out his house. Whenever a woman builds on her own, they can never take that away. I was like, girl, yes it can. It's called the federal government. It's called eminent domain. Now they'll pay you, but you better be cooperative because otherwise they'll lowball you when they have to send the wrecking ball in to get you out your property. I'm just saying, learn about eminent domain. They do have to go through due process under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution. Duly noted. There you go. What was that, Cheryl? She did look good. She's had that surgery. Who? Portia's mama? You think she done had some work? I don't know. She was always a beautiful woman. You know, I just was like, wow, you know. And Portia's a pretty girl too, but Portia's had a lot of work done because she had her breasts done, I know for sure. I don't know about up in here because there was never a need for that, but Women like to mess around with their faces in Hollywood for some reason, and I'm like, some of y'all be looking like a nightmare next door. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up Kenya's storyline. Now, I will say this: in this particular episode, they did not focus too much on individual storylines. Because Sheree, they really didn't focus on Sheree. Portia, they gave her talking about her family and Todd. Who else? It's like everybody really met at the table. But let's talk about Kenya and Matt. First of all, let me pull up the latest on this whole child. They down here acting a fool, y'all. So, according to Matt, essentially what happened in this relationship is kind of what happened with her. What was it? Walter. Hey, little Walter. Okay, first of all, as you all know, Matt and Kenya have been going back and forth in the blogs, right? So Matt put her on blast, basically saying that while he did love her, he was trying to be a good boyfriend and go along with the storyline that she was trying to develop for herself. But in the end, what ended up happening is that Matt ended up looking like some psycho who had PTSD. And he seemed to come off as somewhat abusive. I don't know what it is about Kenya and her sugar bowl, but it's enough to drive a man crazy, apparently. I don't know, because apparently Matt got some good too, because she crying for this man, honey. Them crocodile. I just want somebody to love me. Oh my God, that I can be vulnerable with. And oh my God. And I really love Matt. I know I treated him bad in the beginning, and I said some things I shouldn't have. I think he resents me. Oh. I was like, girl, you and these crocodile tears, are you serious? Woman up, man up, girl. Get you another man. Go buy you another one. You balling in Castle Grayskull. So she riding around and getting it with Twirl, Lord Jesus. Twirl and King. Matt, she blowing up his phone, his voicemail full. How much y'all want to bet the voicemail full? Because it was Kenya blowing up his phone. Okay. So I said, girl, you just make yourself look bad. So he ain't answering the phone. He's still in California. She called Cynthia while the production is there. I guess as somebody else pointed, I think it was Justin J. And somebody said, hell, the producer must have told her, girl, either you get him over here, we gonna pack up and leave, and we'll just film you another day, okay? Kenya called Cynthia crying about how Matt then came in and kicked in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was, Papa, don't hit me no more. Okay, no, he didn't hit her, y'all, but he did kick in that glass door in the garage. And I was like, first of all, who the hell still has glass garage doors? Didn't they go out in the 80s or 90s? Or am I out of well, I don't have rich woman floor. I'm on that poor woman floor. Okay. I'm just a poor righteous diva. Amen. Amen. Oh, help me, I'm poor. I just felt like doing that right there this moment. So Cynthia's like, well, if he's acting out like a child, you need to send him back home to his mama. I said, girl, ain't that right? Can you send Peter back to his mama? She crying on the phone. Matt sweet talking her, talking about, if I act right, will you take me back? I love you. Ooh, poochie poochie poos. He drives up because he said, I don't want to talk to you in front of the cameras, baby. Now your house is damn near made of glass, okay? He's like, I thought you said they were getting ready to leave. I told you they were getting ready to leave. So they out there in the driveway talking. She was crying, talking about all the time. I never called the police on you. If I wanted to, I could bury you. And he was like, you act like you ain't never done nothing either. And you up here be talking to me like I'm a farm animal. I said, oh. And you got me looking crazy. I was like, too late, Kenya. You've been looking crazy for a long ass time. A long ass time. You looked a hot fool when you first came on here. Okay, and here's the irony of it all. So today, TMZ released the fact that Matt has been to jail or arrested for various moving violations and failure to appear. And also, I think he resisted arrest and they had to tase him. I said, now, this young man didn't have any run-ins with the law until he started fooling around with your dusty behind, Kenya. Okay? It sounds to me like you have literally drove him mad. And if he's such a bad person, why are you still making yourself look like some weak ass woman chasing in behind a no count man? Girl, you need to stop lying. Because see, here's what's going to happen. You, like I said in the previous video, you are blocking your blessing. If you, to me at this point, and I think someone else talked about it today, because y'all know I listen to several people to review. My main ones are Funky Dineva, Justin J, and Alex Rogers. Now, I know they don't all get along, but I happen to love what each of them bring to the table when it comes to roast and reviews. But someone said that it would seem to them that Kenya essentially doesn't want a man. She just wants a storyline. And I think it was Funky Dineva was talking about that. And that's all you want is a storyline. If you truly want to be in a relationship, you need to let go of the bullshit. You need to stop being mean-spirited. You need to stop being manipulative. I mean, he even said, let me see, what exactly did Matt tell you? He told her basically she was disrespectful and verbally abusive, manipulative, and fundamentally deceptive. Fundamentally deceptive. Come on with them ACT, SAT words, Matt. Come through. Who been to school for psychology? Now, here's something I observed. Did y'all catch this? She went in his trunk and got luggage out. Now, I thought that Matt was coming to get his stuff. Was she taking luggage out to put his stuff in, or did he borrow her luggage? I was confused. Comment down below and let me know what was going on with this luggage, because she got luggage out of his trunk. I was confused. I was lost. Hey, Helena. Cheryl, yes, Matt has a criminal record, but it seems like the criminal record didn't start until he got involved with Kenya Moore. Oh, I said this stuff is hysterical. Are we in this together? What the charade? What is the charade? Who got played? Kenya Moore. Ha! Everybody plays the fool. Yeah, Kenya drove that young man crazy, and that's why his sister was all up on him. Anywho, as some of you may be joining late, you're probably wondering why I'm in this get up of sunglasses and some sort of wrap. Child, I got this out of some, I still don't know how to use it. I got it out of some swag bag I got at one of these parties I used to go to back in the day. I miss being in Hollywood regularly. But with Kenya Moore, if she could just... Okay, so Cheryl, it wasn't just me. See, I was wondering, I said, did anybody catch that she was taking luggage out of his truck? I was like, I thought the whole point was for him to come get his stuff. And I think that's another reason why he got mad and kicked in her glass garage, is because she was playing those games and wouldn't let him get in there to get his stuff. Or hell, just leave it at the door. Kenya claimed today that Matt had thrown her stuff out the house before. I was like, y'all sound like just one dysfunctional couple. That's not something I can do. I've been there, done that, and I packed my stuff and got out, okay? You're not going to have me up here looking crazy. Hell, to be honest, I didn't say anything. I didn't want people. Yes, Cheryl, you can borrow it because I don't know how to use it. I kind of just, I propped it up, I should have gotten a binder clip or something. Okay, she said she wanted her happily ever after, and I said Kenya Moore will get her happily ever after once she stops lying, trying to force situations, and being mean-spirited. Honestly, I feel sorry for women like Kenya Moore who feel like they have to have a man. I also kind of feel sorry for women like Portia that is like, I really think the only reason Portia wants a baby, I know she's been pregnant before, but it seemed like she really was a little envious of her sister when she found out her sister had a baby. And then after that, that's why I gotta have a baby. I want to have a baby. And I'm just like, you say that you believe in God, and what do we all say about, and I know I'm not always good because I gotta learn how to deal with patience. But, and one thing I learned, shout out to Pastor Hazelip and his wife Hazelip. They said patience is an attitude. And I think that Portia, if you just be patient and wait and stop trying to force the situation, things will work out for you too. As we know, God will give us the desires of our heart. Okay? It may take longer than what we think it's going to take, but he will give us the desires of our heart. And that's just my serious moment on here. But I think that, like I always say, we can learn a lot from reality TV, okay? All right, so here we go to the epic Mama Joyce. No, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, 'cause you're not worth my can't do it. Oh, come through with Mary J. Blige. I said, where the hell is she going? I said, why is she down at Randy Kessler's office? Baby, she said she was going to get her some tea on Georgia's Law Divorce because she is tired of Phaedra's lying ass. I said, you know what? What business is it of your... This episode is one where I said, okay, enough is enough. Mama Joyce and even her sisters are complicit in it too. They went too damn far. Mama Joyce went on a mission to find out if Phaedra was lying about how her divorce was being handled. Talking about because she coming for Candy. Phaedra ain't even thinking about Candy like that. If anything, she was trying to be Candy's friend again. You know what, honestly, and tonight in last night's episode, Cheryl, I think a lot of people are so sick of Mama Joyce that Candy finally had to come on, Mama, sit down, take a seat. I was really surprised to see Candy step in and get her mama information. I really was. But Randy knew what she was down there for, and he was looking at her like there are certain things I can't talk about with you because there's certain, it's called attorney-client privilege. She talking about, well, I'm just speaking in hypotheticals. I was like, Helena said she needs to go get some business, and I don't believe Candy didn't know about it. You know what? I think Mama Joyce did that on her own volition. I really do. And I think that she went back and wanted to tell Candy, look what I found out. Talking about I got free legal advice. That's right. You get that one consultation. Usually most attorneys do that. He said, you coming all up in here incognito. She said Phaedra is slick as grease. And then she said something about if Phaedra's guts were on fire, she wouldn't even piss in her mouth. I'm like, what woman talks like that? You're old. You're like geriatric. What's wrong with you? You're a grandma. Oh my God. You have a daughter that financially supports you, essentially. She said she is sick of Phaedra getting away with her lies. I'm no rocket scientist, but I've been educated in the streets. I was like, girl, trust. We know you were not part of the Hidden Figures crew. We know you ain't no rocket scientist, okay? Because you are not smart at all. You think you slick, but you look stupid. You look like an old, desperate woman, desperate for attention. You just need to go ride out into the sunset and learn how to babysit your grandkids from time to time. Phaedra fills us in on the divorce, and I don't know if y'all saw it, but recently an article was released where Phaedra confirmed that her divorce was actually final in July. Phaedra explained that Apollo had agreed to the divorce, but then started acting a jackass once he got the papers. So now it seems like he's come around, which it sounds like he did. And so she's a free woman. The ring, took that ring off. She's free. Funky Dineva says it's about time Candy got her mom together, but what took so long? You know what? I really think, Helena, what happened is that Candy got tired of people dragging her mama. And I also think if Candy has taken time to really watch those episodes, she's probably seen that her mom looks like a raving lunatic. And that's what she looks like. She looks like a stark raving lunatic. That's what she looks like. Tasting day comes. What was wrong with the old lady gang? Baby, Nora and Bertha marched in there like they were coming to shoot up the place. I said, if these ain't some poker face wearing angry black women, I don't know what is. Baby, they wobbled they little angry behinds in there. Miss, let me see if I can find something talking about. Here the cake. Just threw it up. I was like, oh, Bertha, what's wrong with you? And then, My boyfriend was like, who was their mama? Was she angry too? I was like, did they tell them something before they walked in onto the set, what they could and could not do? Because, Bertha was sitting in the back. She wasn't even at the table. And I was trying to figure out why they weren't trying anything. I was like, you ain't going to taste to see? Let's see. That's why Candy's daddy ran away. I can imagine Mama Joyce and her sisters. They probably interfered in her relationship. I could see that. Let me take this off because we are no longer down to the lawyer's office. Okay, let me hold my Mariah Carey hair look good. Okay. Plus, they didn't get to sit at the main table. And somebody said that's why they were mad. That they didn't get to sit at the main table. So, I don't know. And I didn't catch that. And I heard all my little reviewers talking about it. And I said, I got to check this out. It's tasting day. Everyone's arriving. Sheree was first on the scene. I think King. Now, here's a compliment. Get ready. I'm about to pay King more a compliment. That was a bomb ass jumpsuit. I need to get that. I need that jumpsuit. But before everybody came, Candy checked all of them because Mama Joyce now was up there laughing about the fact that someone had come to Phaedra's office and was going to blow her up to I heard he was going to blow her up. Ha ha! Maybe hello. And then they were talking about, because what happened, Candy told, basically all the girls were going to be there for the tasting. And Mama Joyce was like, Phaedra, come on, now I can give her my free legal advice. Since she say she a lawyer, but apparently she don't know all the law. And I was like, none of us who practice law know all of the law because it's called a practice, number one. And number two, some of us have specializations. Now, you do have general practitioners that tend to deal with family law and little minor misdemeanors. Yes, Cheryl, I was Mama Joyce. Okay, I'm about to be Mimi here soon. I'm about to be Mariah Carey. I should have straightened this hair. Then I really would have been Mimi. Yeah, Helena, them sisters are some angry heifers. I don't know what their childhood was like, but Jesus, Father God, fix it. So they were laughing about her possibly being blown up. Basically, Candy said it's really not funny. Bertha said at that time, well, that is her trademark. Men in jail. I was like, these are some evil little old women. Evil little old women. Oh my God. But I bet their food good though. Anybody know if the Old Lady Gang restaurant is close to being open? Let me know. But did y'all see Chef Jay? If y'all paid attention, Chef Jay was like, oh shit, I'm just hanging in the background. Hanging in the background. These women are crazy. Let me get my knife. Let me move all sharp objects away from these old women. Now, you notice Sheree was polite. She spoke to Kenya, and Kenya didn't speak back. Now, Sheree was disrespectful for the rest of the time she was at the table. Sheree immediately went in and started cutting for the jugular. Baby, I said, oh, please let Mama Joyce start going after Kenya. Please, Kenya, please. She said, Mama Joyce, Kenya said that, my wig looked like a tied on Mama Joyce wig. Yes, she did. And Kenya's like, no, you say that. I was just saying that you trying to copy Mama Joyce's style. Mama Joyce was like, I know that's right, because you don't want me to come for you. You don't want none of this. I said, okay. She said, you better hope you look this good at 66, because she said, it's all natural. I said, throw that shade, Mama Joyce, because half of them are plastic and topsy-turvy. We don't know what's going on. I swear Kenya's butt ain't real. It is not real. We know Portia breast ain't, but she was talking to Kenya at that time. Now, I love how Cynthia said, this food show is good, but I sure hope they got the business in together, because fried chicken do not pay the bills. I said, girl, preach. Speak on it. You know the truth about that, don't you? Phaedra comes in, and Mama Joyce couldn't wait. She done leapt up from the table, almost like, what was that chick on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? She hopped up on that after Carly Red. I said, damn. Mama Joyce do move good for a 66-year-old. Phaedra, I'm so sorry about your divorce, girl. Oh my God, that must be awful. What's taking so long? Candy said, I ain't got time for this shit. I heard her say that. I was laughing. She, what is she? I ain't got time for this shit today. Mama, come on over here now. I said, Lord, she was escorting her off like some senile old woman. Because you know, sometimes when people get senile, they just pop off and say whatever they be thinking. I'm not senile, but I am closer to 50 now. I feel like 50 is my license to say what I like. So Phaedra sits down and explains to I died too, Cheryl. I died. Phaedra, when she gets there, she explains to everyone what really happened. Of course, Mama Joyce had to add her additional 10 cents, talking about, well, I ain't right here on my phone. They said that he was not happy with you, and he came to blow you the fuck up. And Kenya told me, I heard that, blow the fuck up. I was like, if your color contact wearing ass don't sit down somewhere, I can't with you. I can't. And then she said something about, basically, this is why Black Lives Matter is so important. And Candy, the confession to her, no, you ain't gonna bring up Black Lives Matter. Girl, but you just lie. You just lie. And I was like, oh shit, what the hell? And I just saw you with the bodyguard. Well, Candy, if you had been privy to the conversation that happened with Phaedra and her staff, you would have heard that they were saying that they needed to beef up security for her. And truth be told, while Phaedra is not like Beyonce or anybody, she is in fact a public figure, and she probably does need some sort of security. You never know what crazies could run up on Phaedra. She wasn't lying. She told y'all what happened. She didn't talk to Homeland Security. All's well that ends well. Well, Sheree, messy Sheree is back, y'all. She is fighting to keep that peach with every ounce of mess she can dig up. Okay. She talking about, so what's going on with you and Block Candy? I was like, God damn. And then Candy was looking at her like, why are you talking about that while we at the table with mixed company? That's between us. Girl, shut up. So then she was like, well, he called talking about co-parenting. And Portia chimed in and said, co-parenting? Ain't Riley almost grown? And then that's when Sheree was like, well, did he ever talk about Riley when he was dating you? And the whole table was like, what? Ooh, ooh. I was like, y'all some grown ass women. And y'all need to stop. Y'all really do. Kenya said some foul shit about Portia, talking about, well, we all know that, what did she say? Portia been around the block, but I didn't know she had been on Block's block. And then Portia was like, well, yeah, I dated Block before I knew Candy. And so she was like, but I dated him, but I never slept with him. I was like, y'all think she be thotting around, but I know what Portia be on. And I have a few girlfriends that were capable of being like, no, you ain't getting none of this cookie. Baby, she will say and do whatever to keep that pig. Yes, she will. Helena says she needs to pay that high-ass mortgage. Yes, she do. Keep on selling them Who Gon' Check Me, boo. When I get my coins up, Sheree, I am going to buy a Who Gon' Check Me, boo, because I think that t-shirt's kind of dope, okay? Let's see what else. Okay, so I totally forgot to note this earlier, so I'm going to insert it here. Different hair, different look, I know. But did y'all catch at the table scene when Phaedra Parks threw that shade in the confessional? Because when they were going in about Block and Candy, and she was like, child, I don't know. It ain't my one night stand. I was like, oh, ooh. And like somebody else noted, I was thinking to myself, I said, so this must have been one of those intimate, we are besties conversations about the truth about Block and Candy, that maybe it was just a one night stand, and maybe that's what happened, and maybe that's why. Either way, I just wanted to insert that there because that was a very important part of the episode. So that pretty much wraps it up. Anything else y'all want to touch on or talk about? Because next week we see that Portia is having family dinner already with Mr. Todd Stewart. As we know, his last name is Stewart, and therefore she can revert back to Portia Stewart if this relationship leads to nuptials. Okay. She just decided a baby might come out of it. I was like, okay. Phaedra invites Candy out to dinner, and we see that it gets a little heated, and she was like, you weren't even sad when your husband went to jail. I was like, girl, probably because she was over Apollo and his foolery. Okay. And Phaedra said, Well, Candy, I guess I loved you more than I love my husband. And I believe that in a way because they were the best of friends and it seemed genuine. And I'm very sad that their friendship probably will never come back together again. Kenya ran down here to Houston to get her daddy. Matt was mean to me, and you need to check him. I was like, girl, your daddy old. And Matt, this young, big, spry, 6'5" dude, he'll probably knock your daddy down. You go on down the street, boy. Go on get it. And I was like, okay. So that's all I've got on Real Housewives of Atlanta. It has been great talking to some of y'all. We will comment on Mariah Carey. Where are my shades at? Because now I got to be Mariah Carey right now. I'm Mimi. This is my life. No stress, no fuss. Just leaving it all be. Wait a minute. Cheryl. Oh my God, wait a minute, my glasses have got Motley sitting on top of my head. I have a question. Why Bob sweat so much? Girl, he must be going through the change too. He must have the summer, winter, autumn, fall. I don't know. I think Bob did say he gets nervous when he's around Sheree now. So I think them two gonna make it. Oh, by the way, Cairo had his shirt off next week, y'all. Y'all might want to watch that. He 19, but I ain't dead. That's all I'm saying. Girl, you know me and Mariah go back like babies and pacifiers. Hey, she on tour. She in Scotland. She in Europe. What? Get it, girl. First of all, shout out to Anthony Burrell, her creative director as well as choreographer, who liked some of my tweets last night. Thank you, because I agree with you, Anthony. What happened with Stella and her jacked up, piss poor planning was just a hot ass mess. Mariah has a backup singer that has been with her since the Honey album. Y'all remember that? Girl, Bob better stop taking those prescription meds. But weed don't make you sweat like that from what I understand. It might knock you out and make you hungry, but it ain't gonna make you sweat like that. I think he just gets nervous around. Plus, he's a big dude. He carrying around a lot of weight. Mariah's World. Hey, Sam, I see you done joined, girl. You just in time. Just in time for Mariah's World. Okay, so this is called Bone of Contention is the name of this episode. This is episode 2. Mariah's World can be viewed on E-Networks, but for some reason for the first episode they chased it in behind Real Housewives of Atlanta, probably because of the bigger audience. Essentially, the quintessential issue in this whole thing, the bone of contention, is dancers riding on buses with 5-year-olds or 6-year-olds. Mariah has a backup singer, as I began earlier, that has been with her since the Honey album. And hell, Honey was out when I joined the Army, probably back in 1997, because I remember singing Breakdown in the showers, because I was about to break down. I didn't know why the hell I signed up for the Army. So Mariah is that good boss that allows you to bring your children on tour, because she gets it. Because now that she's a parent, she gets it. So Marianne has a 6-year-old son named Jaden. In addition, her manager, Stella, who I am still very suspicious of about her intentions, are they good for Mariah, also brings along her children, and her 12-year-old is now the social media manager for the Mariah tour. Okay. For budgetary reasons, she decides that the backup singer and her son will be on a bus full of men who like to get a little riotous every now and then. Dumb move. Because first of all, I'm not saying, and this is just theoretical, what if something happens to a little boy on the bus with these grown ass men? Anthony basically said, I'm not getting on no bus with no 5-year-old. I'm just not. If I gotta get, no, I'm not gonna go. So this is the whole point of contention throughout this episode. My thing is this: Mariah Carey does not need this kind of stress in her life. Stella, you created this stress. Also, there were complaints about Stella hiring and firing people left and right. First of all, you need to build a consistent team, and hiring and firing people, Stella, is not the way to go. First of all, Mariah need to know who the hell around her anyway. You just can't be bringing any and everybody around. Molly is clueless. Okay, I don't know when y'all were hiring. Y'all could have asked Miss Sophia the Diva to come down there and help y'all out. Because, honey, I can get some stuff in formation. I can get Miss Mariah dressed. I can do a lot of things. So we were going back and forth on Twitter. Mariah needs to wake up, everybody said, before everybody be fired and you not even know who's on your team. Stella's really not a good manager. If you got to hire and fire people like that, then obviously you must be doing something wrong. You need to conduct better interviews. So Marianne, the backup singer, first of all, she got mad because, nobody come for my baby. Don't nobody come for my baby. And I'm like, no one is coming for your freaking baby. Did he say anything bad? He just said he didn't want to be on a bus, him and his dancers, with a child. Because they like to cut loose, get wild, drink, curse, everything else. Nobody wants to be on tour keeping it PG-13. My thing is, Stella, what tour bus are you on? How come they can't be on the bus with you and your children? Or are you riding with Mariah and you think that Mariah and Marianne shouldn't be together? Or do you think Marianne might observe something about you that all the rest of us can see that something is not right about you? Okay. Mariah's still looking arthritic and geriatric. I don't know what's going on with that. I was like, girl, you got osteoporosis? Do you need to take castrate? What's going on with you? And you need to leave that Botox alone. We done figured out what else is wrong with your face. Mimi, just walk away from the Botox, girl, because you look stiff as hell. And James Packer and I are going to get married. And oh my God, it's going to be a sweet, sweet fantasy, baby. I was like, that didn't work out. Her backup dancer, Tanaka, whom I do believe she is now in a relationship with, he was definitely trying to push up hard and strong. I guess they had a connection before and he trying to spark that flame, okay? Stella, I hate the Devil Wears Prada method of doing things. Just cut it out. Why was Mariah in the middle of a damn interview with one of her confessionals and a mosquito showed up and she acted like she couldn't kill it? But then again, I thought about it. Maybe Mariah shouldn't be killing mosquitoes because Lord knows those PETA people will come after you for killing a fly or a mosquito. Asked Barack Obama. And the assistant seems arthritic too. And dang it, I love the makeup artist. I don't know what his name is, but he told her, he said, try not to act all weird. I was like, too late. She dingy as hell. Child. Then she was up there eating some stuff, talking about she didn't have time to get dressed. It's St. Patrick's Day and she ain't wearing no green. Mariah was disappointed in her people not wearing green on St. Patrick's Day. And then Stella was going off about how Mariah is the most low maintenance person on the tour. And the management executive, she was just sitting there like as if she had a fuck to give. She did not. I feel as though, Mariah, you should call on Iyanla Vanzant to come and fix your tour life. Because none of the stuff that was going on, you technically should not have been involved in. Stella knew what she was doing, and I think that is kind of a setup for whatever. We'll see if Anthony lasts through the tour. I hope he does. By the way, he's good looking. Do y'all think he's available for women? Anthony, you look good, babe. And I think Marianne just overall is the one that really irked me because she was acting super divish. And I was like, girl, not everybody is here for being with kids. Me, myself, Diva loves the children too. But there's a time to turn up. And I don't want to be turned up in front of 5-year-olds. Who does that? And how is he messing with your son if he's not getting on the bus? That's not messing with your son. He didn't say anything negative about your son. He just said he simply didn't want to be on the bus. I'm not a parent. I get it. There's a little sensitivity that comes with being a parent, how people feel about your kid. But girl, you just looked a hot fool and you need to cut it. Your ignorance was showing way too high. You need to cut it. Okay? So, next week we will, oh, wait a minute. Now, why I'm wearing glasses again is not because of fluorescent light, honey. No, child. We don't do elevator lighting because Christy Brinkley said elevator lighting and she threw her shades out. And then Mariah was like, oh my God, I'm going to do that too. Girl, bye. I love taking pictures in the elevator. I like the lighting. It's so refreshing and refined, especially in the right hotel elevator. It's awesome. Next week, we will see that fans are mad somewhere at Little Miss Mariah Hunter because she showed up late. And I'm like, why y'all mad at her? Y'all know she a diva. And she named the album The Elusive Chanteuse. So why y'all mad? Get into it, Butterfly Diva. into his ass. I wore my butterfly ring. Don't look at my nails. They desperately need to be done. Y'all know I'm on the Broken Nearby Homeless tour, so I have to wait until I'm almost getting ready to go on my 40th birthday trip to Hong Kong. I know. I don't look it. Do I? Do I diva loves? So anyway, that's all I've got. Samantha, do you have anything? Andrea, I know you're probably on here. Do y'all have anything to add about the Mariah Carey saga and her tour as it stands now and is what we know? I still can't get over Mary Ann. I was like, girl, you should not look angry. Pick a struggle. But thank you all who did join. Your commentary was awesome. Anywho, that's all I've got. Thank you guys for joining. I've been Miss Sophia the Diva, and you have been all that.